had one hit each, and I think Spinal Rage hit was definitely a little bit better. But just like that, we are almost halfway through our two-wheel skills bracket, two-wheel skills competition. And coming up next, he's a former odmtl World Finals two-wheel skills champion. It's Mark Scott and Mayhem. Nice little combo move attempt, and it kind of threw him off, but he gets it. Nice, kind of saved it, kind of did it. That'll be it for attempt number one. One attempt to go for Mark Scott and Mayhem. Here we go. This is, I think, his second or third full competitive season. Of course, on the Stadium Championship Series Green, I think he finished third behind the wheel of Shaker. And now he gets a nice little bicycle to moonwalk combination move. How about a wheelie into it? There you go. That'll do it for Mark Scott and Mayhem. He's just World Finals two-wheel skills champion. It's Mark Scott and Mayhem. His opponent, he just got home with some hardware for World Finals. It's John Jones, Spinal Rage. Winner moves on into round two to face Daniel Murray and Avenger. It'll be a very interesting race to say the least. They are green. Off they go. We saw the first penalty, only one penalty on that turn pod the entire night. And right now, Mark Scott's kind of keeping it close. John has a really big lead, actually, now that I think about it, into this final turn. Slowing down his Spinal Rage, but going too deep into the turn is Mayhem. Your winner, moving on, it's John Jones and Spinal Rage. It's been a pretty interesting round one bracket so far. John, can you DM Apollo again? Or I'll do that actually after.
I did.
Did he not respond?
No, he's offline.
He's always offline. Did you DM him anywhere?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. Put back for skills probably. But there you go. That is a race. We got one more race left. His opponent, he's a former World Finals champion. It's Mark Scott in Mayhem. Here we go. Both of these drivers, they are competitive on and off the track. They like to compete, and this is really where both of these guys kind of struggling. As of recently, Jordan Young sleeping on the line as Jordan's just going to let Mark pass him. Okay. Just absolutely sleeping on the lights, and that means Mayhem and Mark Scott is moving on into the next round. Here we go, attempt number one for May. He's got a nice moonwalk going here on the near side of the track for a combination. He's going to get it back into a moonwalk, almost in trouble. Got eliminated in round one of racing, but comes out and rebounds pretty well. He's got one attempt left on the clock, trying to make up some points for his quest to make it back to the main field Level Farms. He's backing up for something. A lot of running room for May. Going for a bicycle. Lands it right into. Picture perfect. He's been trying for a slap walk all season. He might have an opportunity to do it here. Goes for it. And just runs out of room. That'll do it for Mark Scott in Mayhem and Megalodon. A good run. Broke the tie rod a little bit early. Broke the shock even later than that. And that led to him flipping over. Pretty good freestyle, but this freestyle competition has definitely been better. He left 31 seconds on the clock, and that'll get him an 8.100 as he will take over the last spot here in the freestyle competition so far, but it's about to get wild. It's about to get rowdy. And I'll let Daniel Murray introduce our next competitor of the freestyle competition.
Hello, Detroit! We are here, Team Scream. We're ready to rip it out on the track. But I'm just going to tell you, the next person can probably not be contained by these four walls. Give it up for Mark Scott Mayhem!
There we go. Couldn't have said it better myself. Mark Scott, one-time World Finals champion in Mayhem. Look at the cost Mayhem here in Detroit. He's been, I think he's leading Team Scream right now in points. And it's for a reason, right? And freestyle is one of them. He's been in this, game for a couple of years now. Vet in the sport. But he's really just trying to make sure he can get his spot into the World Finals with a pretty good freestyle. That could help his goal.
Yeah, Mark Scott. He's been in the game ever since odmtl Season 1. He's been here pretty much the beginning of time for the tour. Like you said, the one-time World Finals champion. I just believe that was at the first annual World Finals. And he's still keeping it kicking to this day. Still bringing the mayhem. He's just having a good run. Getting those wow crackers like that one every now and then is something you may want. You got to take the lead from Damo, some stabilizer.
Yeah, for sure. Well, he actually drove stabilizer at in Season 1, and he went to Shaker, then Mayhem. I mean, he's been thriving ever since. 1 minute left on the clock for Mark Scott and Mayhem looking to turn this thing up. Like Daniel said, can he be contained in these four walls? I hope so, but we're going to have to find out. We got a little bit of time left on the clock. He's got a lot of good momentum here, 50 seconds left for Mayhem, and he's eyeing it. First of the night, Morgan backflip off the mini flip, mega rotation, lands it on the rotation. Oh, no! That'll do it for Mark Scott in May. I tried to match the Daniel Murray intros, but I can't match that. It's just unmatched. 2 minutes to win it for not Amari Jackson, but for Mark Scott.
Here we go.
Mark is driven. I remember you talked about Chase driving also with MHN. Mark, he's driven a good amount of trucks. He drove Lucas Stabilizer first season, then switched over to I think Black Pearl for a small section, but also was in Shaker, of course. And that was when he was at his best, right? He was in Shaker, went to World Finals in Son of a Digger, won the World Finals championship, and he's been in this truck ever since. And, you know, his freestyle runs are picking up by the week. 30 seconds has been filled. People are sport.
Yeah, definitely. And last week, I believe he won 2 World Skills, actually. So, or at least finished high in it. So he's kind of been on a reign. He's making up ground. He's having some pretty good consistency throughout the events. And at this rate, we could potentially see him in main field if he can just really do his best now and in Atlanta, because it's really going to matter.
60 seconds left on the clock for Mayhem. Here we go. We saw Daniel try that.
Oh, ow. Ow.
That hurt.
Ow.
He's still on 40 seconds left.
Keeping the body together.
Oh,
no. What in the compo?
What a move.
He got a combo off of hitting the stands.
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness.
I'll let it. 20 seconds here, man. He's gonna
Mark's
drag it
got
around.
still going.
Oh, okay.
And the whole body is gone.
10 seconds for Mayhem. Bicycle. One more jump for Mark Scott and Mayhem. What has he got? Full speed. That man. What a season. Henry Panada in Monster Energy, the very first person to come to ODMTL in their very first season and win a stadium championship series. Huge congratulations to him. And he's definitely earned it. Definitely earned it week in, week out. I think he only had like 3 or 4 wins on the season, but he kept it close. He was just able to strike, just be very, very consistent, and took the win. Coming in second, it is Amari Jackson, going back to the main field. Your reigning World Finals racing champion, Amari Jackson, in Gravedigger Red Primer. We'll get a chance to run it back, and we'll see if he can defend his World Finals racing championship and possibly go back to back. Up next, it'll be Brian Clark in Blue Thunder. Now, he's been pretty good, right? I feel like he definitely stepped it up towards the end of that to pass Jordan, but he was always just right there in striking distance. But third place, honestly, with the people in front of him, it's not horrible. Great job from Brian Clark. I can't wait to see more of him, honestly, in ODMTL. Very entertaining driver to watch, and really everything, right? Racing, skills, freestyle, very solid driver. And I can't wait to see what he does in the main field. And coming up next, here we go. It's Jordan Young in Max D. Now, Jordan, he was the point series leader for for 2 stops, and Henry was just being a little bit too consistent and took over Jordan. And Jordan just DNF'd in freestyle a couple times, didn't do so good in skills, and saw himself exit the top 3, and literally could not come back into it and finishes 4th on the series. Not bad though. Jordan finished, I think, 7th last season, so definitely an improvement of one of the rising stars here in ODMTL. All right, 4 more competitors for Stadium Championship Series East. And coming up next, World Finals champion Mark Scott in Mayhem. Honestly, I mean, also very consistent, right? Just wasn't able to do as good in racing. But when it comes to World Finals, he is there to freestyle, and I can't wait to see what he does, Mark Scott. In Mayhem, speaking of freestyle, a couple series, missed a couple people, but I think this lineup is pretty good here. First, Luke, Isaiah, Damien, and Brian flipping it over. It's Mark Scott, Sig Murphy, Antonio. World Finals 2-wheel skills champion. It is Mark Scott in Shaker. All right, the split shaker here for Mark Scott. He's been asking me to drive this truck for ages, and gets eliminated in round 1. And has to make up some points here in skills. Butt kicker for Shaker. Like I said in the interview, this track, not real skills track. You got to be creative, and creative indeed was right there. Turning this truck around, setting up for a combo, I think. He got it. 2 more combos. Back into the moonwalk and just run